Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
This is an index of humor by Vince. The magicus hand comically spins. Humor in any form always wins, surely in the hands of cartoonist Vince. Be it a social thematic cartoon, or a daily political cartoon, or a subtle satire on administration, or a thematic festival entry, or even a funny pocket cartoon on the computer world, Vince always does it humorously. That way, he dwarfed many a cartoon pundit incredibly. The great magic of cartooning lies in those simple lines.
I think when you say cartooning, most of the people take it as child art, and because it's of simplicity of lines. But it's the simplicity comes after many years of experience and hard work. Like in literature, if you know the prose well, you can write poetry in simple words. Similarly, cartooning is the art of simple lines, few lines, but to say maximum.
These cartoons by Vince speak volumes without carrying even a single word as caption. Vince is a versatile artist and loves to experiment on different media, using charcoal once, pastel colors once, and of course the Indian ink for sketching most of the time. He operates in different styles with equal ease and comfort. He feels one has to have an all-round skill to survive in this competitive field. That surely is a hard task. In fact, Vince himself didn't have an easy beginning.
Well, in a way it is, because when I started cartooning way back in 1965, I was still studying in my third year, JJ School of Arts, and I started getting 5 rupees, and then it became 15 rupees, which today is 500 rupees, and while studying it paid for my studies, and I was able to do my fine arts diploma. But I wanted to become a cartoonist, but there was no formal cartooning education in India as a course. So I took up fine arts. I'm glad I did, because it gave me a good grounding in drawing and painting, and at the same time a good cartoonist, if he has a grounding in drawing base, it is beneficial. And today when you look back, you are able to do drawings and cartoons simultaneously.
Born in New Delhi on 10th March 1944 in a family which was not acquainted with the art world, Vijay Narain Seth was transformed into Vince the cartoonist and versatile artist as he explored the endless opportunities and challenges awaiting him in this sprawling metropolis, Mumbai. After treading a long and hard path as freelancer cartoonist, Vince has made Mumbai his home. Life in Mumbai posed many challenges all the way, more so to Vince for choosing to live on cartooning as his profession. With his talent and hard work, finally Vince has succeeded as he desired.
It's a difficult profession. You can't survive unless you have inbuilt shock absorbers.
Talent and hard work crowned Vince with success now.
When my creditors come down to my place, I don't have to shiny down the rain pipes anymore.
Keeping complacency aside, cartoonist Vince continued his pursuit to explore new challenges and avenues in Mumbai listlessly. The one place that seriously draws the artist in Vince closely to it regularly is the Jahangir Art Gallery. His association with print media ranges from Reader's Digest to the Express group of business publications, social magazines, tabloids, computer and business periodicals from Mumbai. Besides bar, TV and stereo, this luxury car even has a rooftop swimming pool. This allows the business executives to relax between their appointments. The above chart is about patient's recovery. The below one is our hospital's bill recovery. For the freelancer in Vince, politics is not his cup of tea. He mostly loves to draw social cartoons and is not into political stuff seriously.
Well, I'm not into politics cartooning where you draw IRAMs and GAIRAMs of the current day. But I'm into social cartooning, which gives you more leisure. It's a leisure-oriented cartooning. You tackle subjects like pollution, deforestation, illiteracy, and thematic like computers, business. So it's a variety of subjects, and you're not strained to doing current affairs. And you don't have to burn the midnight oil to do next day's cartooning. You do it at your pace. You think of the theme, you think of the subjects, and the vast knowledge one requires to do cartooning on thematic themes is a different proposition, and it's a great fun because you do it like a painter, not like a cartoonist.
But so many want to draw political cartoons.
Yeah, political cartooning is oversaturated. Every cartoonist wants to do political cartooning.
Nevertheless, Vince too draws a few political cartoons occasionally.
Political cartoon has 24-hour relevance, though it has a punch, but social cartoons have a longer life. For example, I did one some time back where a group of people are waiting in a queue for water, like water shortage, and you have a tap hanging from nowhere just by a string, and the people are just waiting day in and out, day out. That's the scenario if we do not tackle a water problem.
But Vince doesn't seem to follow such rules.
Well, when I started cartooning from the very beginning, I didn't have a character something like common man. It gave me a little more freedom, and then why be? Main thing was to be different. I think that's the main reason, and people sort of people look forward to a different kind of cartooning, and that was my forte. And I think over the years one gets identified with one thing. I wanted to get identified the other way around.
Cartoonist Vince has successfully struck a different chord. This success brought international recognition to Vince as a cartoonist at a very young age. He has visited France, Belgium, Italy, and Germany on several occasions, covering Bonn, Frankfurt, Berlin, and also Sweden and Switzerland as an award winner, besides Norway and other European countries. He did a lot of cartooning abroad in Treffpunkt, Nebelspalter, EPD Politik, and several other European magazines.
Well, cartooning abroad, you can say, because of the number of in fact, in Europe, in London, there are galleries which cater to cartooning, exclusively cartooning. Here, I think art world, as because of its inherent economic situation, people do not buy cartoons, and in Europe, people buy cartoons, hang it in their drawing rooms, and enjoy the cartoon art. And I think even the international cartoon festivals, they have a good thing is that all the festivals have caption-less cartoons and thematic cartoons, which our cartooning is, compared to them, is what you can say, too many words, and political oriented, and not concerned with social issues. And I think cartooning India should concern itself with social issues like family planning, deforestation. I think that is going to, if the cartoonists can tackle the core section of the illiterate society, it will be a great thing, because our cartooning can speak to the illiterate masses like no other media can. I think that's one looks forward to that day, and that will be the golden era when cartooning will play its role in India. And of course, we should come up with par to the rest of the world. The great thing about international cartoon festivals is that you have to do theme-based cartoons and non-political and thematic with social relevance or something that's happening. And the ones which are in my drawing room are the ones that were displayed in Saint Geslan Cartoon Festival in France, and they were on circus. So you had to do cartoons. Everybody did cartoons with circus relevance, but some did political, some did social. Mine was more social, focused on social themes.
Benz had bagged the coveted first prize at the Sitco Cartoon Contest of Switzerland.
Well, the social cartoon, it's called Coalition of Social Development Organization, based in Bern, and they had a cartoon competition for cartoonists from developing countries, and I did a cartoon on the how the Swiss relate to the third world vis-a-vis, and my cartoon was basically typical Swiss enjoying at his best, that is blowing in the Alp horn, and on the other frame you had a guy from the third world representing, for example, India, blowing from the other side to wake him up, stupor him up to the problems of the third world. So that got a prize of $500 in 1996, where I went to Bern to receive the prize. It was a great event.
Raji Lakshmi, his cheerful life partner behind all his achievements, is yet another talented artist by herself. She is a good exponent of Kuchipudi and coaches youngsters in this dance form. Many of her disciples have achieved a great name as Kuchipudi dancers. Here is an ideal Indian couple blending north and south, cartooning in Kuchipudi as an amusing mark of national integration.
Yeah, we have quite a number of inter-regional marriages, My sisters are married to different communities, and I also not intentively, but I wanted to marry somebody who is encouraging and supportive. I thought I should give a matrimonial advertisement in newspaper. In Times of India, it appeared in 1977, and he seemed to have done an illustration in the same paper, and he happened to see it and replied. Then we exchanged our ideas, and we thought we should get married, and in February 78 we got married. And later on it was an exchange of so many ideas and views, and he came to know about the dance form. I teach Kuchipudi, and in return I also could learn something about cartooning, what he draws, how he draws everything. But whatever it is, for this broad-minded step we have taken, my mother is also responsible. She is very encouraging, and she helped me in finding a suitable person. And later on it's a successful marriage, because he encourages till today to do my PhD in dance from Bombay University. But for his support, it's very difficult to carry on research work. For everything he is very supportive, I think so.
Yeah, I think, well, support in the sense that we do not have clear-cut way of doing things at home. We overlap each other's jobs. There's no barrier, what she should not do or what should I. We support each other, we do whatever, we fill in the gaps. And it's been 20 years living together. We have learned from each other. At the same time, of course, nothing is perfect, but I think overall we have made a smooth sailing all these years. And we have 20 years has taught us many things. And 20 years ago, a marriage from north-south was rare, but I think it's picking up, like many things in this part of the world. But still, I hope we set an example for many people around India to come out of the regional shell, language barrier, and I think that's what India is all about, and we hope that's what it's going to be about. Is a different thing, and cartoonist is a different thing. Cartoon drawing, anybody can copy and draw and get them published, but to a cartoonist you got to be a philosopher, you got to be a humorist, you got to be an artist. So it's a blend of simple, lot of talent. It's something like producing a A-grade dish. So you must know how much salt, pepper, ginger has to go in it, and that comes with experience. There is no shortcut to it. Like cycling, you got to fall a couple of times and get hurt, savor the wounds, and then you really become a good artist and ultimately a good cartoonist.
Vince takes a lot of interest in conducting cartoon workshops to help young and upcoming cartoonists, and takes keen interest in counseling them on the intricacies of graphic arts. He gives guest lectures on cartooning, addressing different age groups.
Workshops is a good experience, but workshop tend to become children's art classes, because most of the parents bring their between 8-year-old, 6th standard kids, 8th standard kids to learn cartooning. They're good in copying Mickey Mouse, Bon Luck. So there's a vast difference between cartoon drawing and to become a cartoonist, which takes quite a bit of grounding. And there's a difference between people take it cartooning something like a child art, which is it's not so. So it has to take its real road to become a cartoonist. We have lots of young budding cartoonists coming up, and I think 20 years from now, I think India will really be in par with the rest of the world.
As a specialist in caption-less cartoons, Vince frequently participated in the international cartoon festivals around the world. He is an excellent source of information on these cartoon festivals.
Well, I've been participating in cartoon festivals since 1974 in Canada, Montreal, which is now closed down. But there are about half a dozen cartoon festivals in Europe, and I think about 2 dozen all over the world, especially in South America and Europe. I've been very active in Europe, especially in Belgium, France, and we have the main characteristic of this festival is that they're thematic. They want non-political cartoons, caption-less cartoons, so it gives a cartoonist real scope to show his talent. And if you are exhibited in this exhibition, they have 3 days gathering. You meet a lot of cartoonists from all over the world, and to be there in the cartoon festival personally is another experience. And I've had the opportunity to attend at least 5 different cartoon festivals over the period of last 20 years.
Participating in an international cartoon festival is a thrill by itself. Vince recalls some such thrills he enjoyed on winning an award at Zurich.
It came as a surprise because I think this was one of the best milestones in my career. Earlier I had got the Edinburgh Festival prize, but which prize never came for reasons best known to them. But this was the first time that a country which I had visited many times, a letter came saying that I was declared the first prize winner. It was a very nice feeling, and because I've worked with the Swiss magazine, 2 magazines, Nebelspalter and Treffpunkt, coming from Zurich, it was an experience, and especially they invited me all the way to Zurich to hand over the prize personally. So the barrier, the gulf between it was not a cold prize coming, but it was a warm human relationship that endured in the prize giving ceremony and afterwards also.
Winning awards and visiting places has now become a normal routine for this legendary cartoonist. Vince has also proved his talents as a stage artist when he joined the team of Festival of India that toured Europe, including Cyprus and Turkey, while he was quite young. He was lauded by Mr. Phillips, chairman of the Phillips Group in Germany. Partly for his livelihood, Vince does employ his creativity to design several house magazines, brochures and commemorative bulletins, giving them a touch of his typical humor. Vince is a pleasant socialite and occasionally takes time off his busy routines to pamper his guests and for meeting fellow cartoonists and visiting artists. World Humor Conference had him in Hyderabad to open the International Cartoon Show. Of late, Vince has visited Osaka, Japan on invitation to participate in the NGO Cartoons workshop. He
work on my own pace.